We always thought that magic would make everything in life easier, but in fact, would this be true in all cases? Or would it make things even more complicated? Let's find out with Woa Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there were two kingdoms that existed in parallel and lived peacefully together, named Human Land and Wonderland. Unlike Human Land, where humans lived and there was no magic existed, Wonderland was the land of mystical creatures, possessing magic. If a person in Wonderland fell in love and vowed to live with the other half of Human Land, that person would lose all magic. Of course, Giselle, the optimistic princess of Wonderland, was no exception when she decided to marry Philip, the courageous prince of Human Land.
My dear, I know you love Philip very much, but if you take all your magic from now on, you will no longer be able to talk to animals, give life to trees, control things.
Don't worry about me. I believe that if Philip is by my side, I will always be ready to adapt and overcome any difficulties in the future.
Okay, I hope you and Philip can live happily together. And this is my gift to you. Keep it carefully.
I will. Thank Father. I love you.
After stripping all magic, Giselle and Philip entered the magical door and returned to Human Land. To the welcome of everyone. However, when Giselle was about to turn out small gifts to give to her subjects, she realized her magic had gone. Giselle, are you okay?
Nothing. I just haven't gotten used to the absence of magic.
It's okay. With me by your side, I believe you will soon get used to life here. Giselle nodded and started living a magic-free life with Philip from here. Soon after getting married, Philip had to travel to visit neighboring countries. Only Giselle stayed at the palace and learned to adapt to life. However, things were more difficult than she imagined. For example, Giselle couldn't make beautiful clothes by herself, so she cut the curtains to sew a lovely dress for herself. Or when she had trouble cooking, she tried to call the squirrels and birds to help, but because they could not understand her words, they accidentally destroyed the kitchen and caused a fire in the palace. After everyone put out the fire, Giselle apologized to the maids and sadly returned to her room.
I wish Philip were here right now. If I had magic, these troubles wouldn't have happened.
When Giselle's tears fell on the necklace, suddenly the necklace gave off a magical light and turned into a wand.
Princess Giselle, I am the magic wand, a gift from your father. Knowing that you would have trouble living here, so he gave me to you. To help you perform all the magic you wished for. If you could give treasures of equal value. I can help you fulfill all your wishes, except for saving or harming anyone. Is that true? If so, my wish is to have the ability to talk to all living things. Even though I'm very sad at the moment, I don't want people to worry, so I hope I can talk to the animals like before. Okay, I will help you with this, but the price you have to pay is your wedding ring. The ring? But this is the treasure of my love with Philip. But I've been wanting to confide with someone lately. So sorry, Philip. I have to give the ring to the magic wand.
Immediately upon obtaining the ring, the magic wand granted her wish.
Princess Giselle, don't be sad. We're always here to help you.
Little chipmunk, now I can hear your voice again. Thank you so much, magic wand.
However, Giselle did not expect that her wish made it possible for all people in Human Land to hear the voices of animals, because her wish lacked a subject.
I can hear the birds thanking us for feeding them. Yes, I can also hear you talking.
Seeing everyone so happy, Giselle thought the magic was working well on everyone, so she went out to chat with the animals without noticing a dark smoke billowing from the magic wand. With the magic wand, Giselle gradually regained her confidence in Humanland. However, Giselle's wishes gradually increased, as she thought that the people of Humanland needed more magic to live happier lives. So, she traded her taste buds to help the plants have souls, care for themselves, and harvest for each other. Giselle even traded her laughter to help people have a more brilliant winter festival with more fairy miracles. Unfortunately, the more Giselle wished, the more she felt that her body was tired, irritable, and had a dark smoke emanating from her body. Moreover, although Giselle's wish came from kindness, Humanland was a land of humans, so they couldn't get used to the magic created by her, so their life was gradually turned upside down and disordered. Therefore, the people were very upset and criticized her magic, making Giselle feel extremely pitiful, resentful, and increasingly losing her temper. Even when Philip arrived and rushed to see his wife's situation, it could not stop Giselle, who was gradually losing control. Giselle, please calm down.
Get out of the way! I'm just helping people throw a party, but look at them! They're not understanding my good intentions, even criticizing me.
It's not like that, Giselle. I apologize for not being with you during those times, but I believe they only had a little misunderstanding and difficulty when they came into contact with the magic.
It's also hard for me without you by my side and having to live in a place where magic doesn't exist. I tried to be happy while being sad, but they just had a little trouble with magic and they were already screaming. So, with this wand, I wish everyone in Humanland lived in a magical world like Wonderland to understand me better. But this wish of yours is too big. You must trade your most precious thing, Princess. There's nothing more important than proving that a magical life like Wonderland will make life better here. Grant this witch magic wand. Okay, if you want.
As Giselle swung her wand to grant her wish, the entire Wonderland gradually appeared and released many fairy characters into the human world. However, that huge source of magic caused the people to panic, and the whole festival seemed to be completely destroyed. While Giselle was happy with her wish, she suddenly heard a scream.
Prince Philip, please wake up! Get out of here before those roses hurt you!
What happened to Philip? What happened? Philip is the price you have to pay when you want Humanland to be a magical place like Wonderland. So I just put him into an eternal slumber. As an adequate compromise, you should be happy. But I didn't expect that the person who had to pay for my rash actions was Philip. Magic wand, please bring Philip back at any cost. Nothing of you can trade Philip's life now. Just as I have reminded before, I can't say.
Hearing the magic wand's words, Giselle seemed to collapse and looked towards the chaotic scene before her.
You see, Princess, although you meant well to everyone, because of your reckless and immature actions, you caused unpredictable consequences, causing everything to gradually become chaotic. I understood my mistake. Please put things back the way they were. But if that's the case, you will have to give up all your magic once again. I think, even though the absence of magic brings me a lot of trouble, but if I keep this magic, there will be many people who will suffer because of my selfish actions, including Philip. As for Philip, I vow to take care of him for the rest of my life to make up for my shortcomings.
Little princess, you finally understood your lesson.
Father!
From the magical gate, Giselle's father cheerfully appeared and used the magic wand to turn everything back to the way it was. After completing the restoration of Humanland, Giselle's father walked over to Giselle and Philip and helped the son-in-law to regain consciousness.
Little princess, first I'd like to apologize that we intentionally gave you this wand as a connection to magic in order to see if you're really alright living in human land. And although a lot of unfortunate things have happened, you must be very happy to see things return to the way they were, and I believe you have learned a valuable lesson for yourself after all this.
I knew my mistakes and understood how important it is to adapt to change. It's not about making things work according to my own preferences, but always having a purpose to act positively towards both myself and others.
Above all, life's greatest enemy is yourself. Therefore, you should learn to rise up on your own. Then your fear will completely disappear.
After that, Giselle gradually learned to control her emotions, and once again tried to better herself while living in human land. In the end, Giselle became a talented queen, standing side by side with King Philip, bringing peace to both kingdoms forever after.